Put the front on the outside. Then we go over the first stitch. Hook a needle. Good. Now, after we hook up like this, we'll just cut the thread. This is what he looks like after cutting. That's how he is. Then we tick the second. The second one is also the same as this one. 8 short needles from the ring. Then hook 8 short stitches. The second row also has 8 short stitches. Then, after the 2 are tigged, we will connect. Okay, let's take both of these out now. Okay, after ticking these 2, we will connect. We have hooked up an invitation here, right? This can't be counted as a needle. Then we will directly behind this, which cannot be counted as the purpose of the needle. The next stitch, we go directly to him. This hook does not move on the crochet hook. Go directly to connect with him and hook the line. The 2 loops on the crochet hook are still the same. Let's hook it up. If the needle doesn't count, we don't care about him. Directly inside the needle. Pulling out the needle does not count. Tick here. 2 needles. Then we just hook it up with 2 stitches here, right? After hooking the 2 stitches, we have to snap the glue here. Glue on the first stitch. The stitches are good. The next step is to do each stitch. 3, 4. Then we are on the circle. There are 8 stitches in total. 5, 6, 7. Because he originally had 8 needles. So where are we now? It's still on his own. Hook 8 short stitches. Then we now look at this side of the rubber clasp. Buckle here. We are in this needle. Let's hook a short stitch. Okay, next stitch, a short stitch. Then we are now on the circle. Above the little ear, we tick 3. Next 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, here, after the 8 needles are hooked, we will mark this stitch. We're going to hook a pin. The rubber buckle is removed because it is difficult to distinguish it here. So we must fasten the rubber buckle. After the rubber buckle is taken off, we will hook a hook. Pull this coil. After pulling out the needle, we need to pull up the false needle. Then we're going to hook 3 short stitches. What about our line of work? Both minus needles are minus in. Let's take a look. Look at it this way. The 2 reduction stitches are reduced on the side. One over here and one over here. One here, one here. Do you see it? I can't see my hands after working these 2 days. Then we now. It's still in the needle of this drawing. Let's hook a short stitch to make 2. Hold on short needle. 2 short needles. 3 short needles are good. After 3 short needles, we go back and forth to look at 123. Then we are on the first stitch. If you are afraid of not knowing. Still on the first stitch, we fasten the rubber button. Good. After hooking the 3 short stitches, we hook a minor stitch. Next we hook 6 short stitches on the side. It's over here, and there are 3 more over here. This half. There are 3 more on the circle here, right? Good. The next 3 stitches are on the circle here. 3 stitches here. Let's take a look. He has a needle here. 1. 2. Miyoshi. Then here we need to tick a minor stitch. There are 3 stitches left. 1, 2, 3. Good. Mark buckle down. Let's tick one more line without adding or subtracting. Cause 8 to stand up. There are a total of 14 stitches in one row. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, what about our side? After hooking the 14 stitches. Forgotten. In the first stitch, we still have to be the same. We want to hook a lead. Okay, here you can cut the thread. Because I glued it directly with hot melt glue. So this thread was cut a little shorter. Then just stick it on. If you want to sew, you can leave this thread a little longer. What about this way? We have to tick 2 in total. We have to tick 1 more. That's 2. 2 I've already made to here. It's better to cut the thread short. Then our little ears also need to hook too. Check out this one I've already made. Well done one. Okay, then what about us now? Small ears. Let's talk about how his little ears are hooked. Small ears are the same as big ears. Our semicircle is to tick 2. Tick both and connect it together. Then let's draw the 2 semicircles first. Then he has 2 stitches less than the big one. The big one is hook 8 stitches. How about this one? Just crochet 6 stitches. The smaller it is, the harder it will be for him. The harder it is to control, the harder it is to hook. The first lap is still the same. Still tick in this. But here it only hooks 6 stitches. Three, 4, 5, 6. Good. What about after the 6 stitches are crocheted here? Let's pull this thread tight. It's still the same after tightening. We go inside the first stitch. Let's hook a hook. If you are afraid that the first injection will not be found, let's count back to 6 stitches. The standing needle hooks a short stitch inside the first stitch. Okay, let's buckle this button. Then the second stitch. Third stitch. Four. 5. 6. Good. What about after we tick off like this? It becomes positive inside. We're going to turn it over. Turn the front side out like this. Then remove the mark. We are at inside the eye of the stitch that was removed from the mark. We recruit. That's because it's smaller, so we're going to pinch it together. Then we cut the thread. Too much. Good. Pull pin. Same as the big one. This one here is to tick too. After the first one is ticked off, we cut it. It looks like this after cutting. Then tick a second. The second does not cut. The second one is attached to the crochet without cutting. Good to find this place we cited. It's here. Did you see the quotes here? After the end, the lead wire is cut. This is how it looks after cutting the thread. Then we take a look. We put the needle behind the one he pulled. Your mother has a head here. He's a little puffed up. Okay, we are here. We put this needle behind him. We hook a short stitch. Pulling out the needle doesn't care about him. You are here. Wear it here. Now we hooked a pin right. Now is the second stitch. So we're on the first stitch, still the same. We have to buckle up.